Welcome back to the DMG Center Wrong YouTube channel. My name is Mike, and I'm joined today by both Dylan and Gage. Boys, how's it going?
It's going good. It's finally good. Glad to have the full gang here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've been MIA for a little bit, partly being sick, partly being a dad. So
How dare you have a child?
Overrated.
Yeah. But no, I'm excited to be back on it.
Oh, yeah, and we're excited to have you back.
Hell yeah.
Is the draft next week, boys?
Yes.
Yes.
Next Thursday.
Officially next week, right?
Next Thursday.
It's
So,
gonna be a fun day.
with all that being said,
we will be live.
yeah, we will be live.
And we'll be live.
Live action. With all that being said, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We see that 92% of you guys that watch these videos aren't subscribed. So,
A lot of people.
yeah, hit the subscribe button. Join everything that's going on around here. Big things coming. Big things. So, we're going to jump into this mock talk. It's a 3-round NFL mock draft. We're not doing all 3 rounds.
No.
But it's Mel Kiper and Todd McShay, ESPN boys. They're predicting the top 105 picks, and they're alternating every pick.
Okay.
So
I'm not expecting much, to be honest, because I feel like this is right around the period where they just start throwing in names that they're like, oh, this person hasn't been talked about enough yet. So sometimes they just throw some BS like that in there. So
yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Even hint, I won't take this if you don't take. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Just reading how they did it. There's back and forth. Not a lot to talk about it.
Yep.
All right.
All right, jumping into the first overall pick. I'll start off.
Hutchinson?
Jacksonville Jaguar. Todd McShay picks Aiden Hutchinson, the defensive end or edge out of Michigan.
as it should be.
Yep. This dude is rightfully the number 1 guy in the class, probably. So it's only makes sense. And pairing him up with Josh Allen, like it says right there, it's that simple, literally. So
Yeah.
that's a good pick for the Jaguars. They'll enjoy him and they'll use him wisely. And Hutchinson and Allen are going to cause havoc.
We've talked about it so much. Not much more to say.
Yeah. Moving on to number 2, whoever wants to take it.
Let's see. Trayvon Walker. Wow. I'm going to take this one because Dylan has nothing but positive things to say about Trayvon Walker. He's an athletic freak, and that is it. He is an athlete. Yeah, I'm reading that and seeing that. Let's just move on.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3, the Houston Texans here. Dylan.
Could be a top 10 player in the draft if every possible thing goes right with his athleticism.
True that.
Yes.
Perfect. So Houston Texans take Kayvon Thibodeau. Honestly, I think they can't go wrong. Sorry, they can't go wrong with this pick unless they go and get a quarterback. I think they can hang with their guy right now. But anywhere you go, that's good. I like Kayvon Thibodeau. I think he's put more on tape than Trayvon Walker. He's still a very good athlete. And, I like it a lot. There's not much more to say other than he's just an animal.
Yeah.
People are over analyzing him and his off the field. They're not even issues. It's just him wanting to have a business outside of playing. It's not that big of a deal. So
How dare him want to make
overanalyzing him.
How dare him want to make more money?
Yeah.
No, dude. Football only.
Football only.
I would want him to drop. I wouldn't take him.
Number 4 here, the New York Jets are going to go with Ahmad Sauce Gardner. Love it. Yep, love it. Everyone knows what Sauce is all about. Dude just doesn't let up touchdowns. Best probably shutdown corner in the entire draft. Beast mode on the field. Say what you want about what conference he plays in. Doesn't matter. He played Alabama and he locked down Jameson Williams, arguably the best wide receiver in this draft class. So Take with that what you will do. And we'll move on to number 5.
I would trade Greg Newsom for him in a heartbeat.
Oof.
Oh, yeah. It's a ringing endorsement right there.
Whoa.
Todd McShay's got the New York Giants taking Ikem Ekwonu, offensive tackle. So I know as a group we've been high on Ikem this entire draft process. We have him as our our tackle number 1 over Evan Neal, and I've slowly, after watching more film, kind of swapped. I think I like Evan Neal more than Ikem, but either one is a really good pick. I'm just kind of surprised that they have Ikem going first as well, since they've been adamant about Evan Neal, the two of them.
True.
Who are the Carolina Panthers bringing to waste their career?
The Carolina Panthers are taking Malik Willis, QB out of Liberty.
Yikes.
Malik Willis. What I'll say is I honestly think that if this is a pick for, what's his face? Matt Rule. This is probably the best pick because it will allow them to have a quarterback that can survive a year and give you something exciting enough to keep your job. I feel like anyone else is just going to be just lost in everything. But I think Malik Willis, if you're taking a quarterback, is the best for them to survive.
So, do you really think he's going to keep his job after this year?
No.
I'm saying that it's the best chance for him to survive. I'm not saying he deserves to or he is.
Think? Do you think he's going to?
It depends. If they can look like a really good and coming team this year, who knows? But if they look anything like they did last year, then no.
Because I'm just curious, like why not trade for Baker? You know, have the Browns eat half of the cap. Get him for about the same amount that you're going to have to pay one of these guys for drafting him in the first round. Use this first round pick for somebody that can improve your team as well. Give the Browns like a 5th, 6th round pick, because it's likely that this coach and GM combo are not going to be able to pick next year. So you're picking for another team, for another
Yeah, but they're also the
organization.
ones
I don't
that
know.
make those picks, anyways.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, I'm just saying if this is what happens, I feel like this quarterback is probably their best chance for survival.
I agree. I think
Okay.
Malik Willis is the only one that should be taken in the first round based on just tools. But I'm just curious, like, why teams are like talking to themselves like this is a rookie quarterback's the best option. It's interesting to me.
Yeah.
But moving on to 7, Mikey.
7, the New York Giants with their 2nd pick in the first round are going to go with Jermaine Johnson, the 2nd, edge out of Florida State. I mean, who they went? They went Ecom and they went tackle and they went edge. That's two of the main things they need. So when you see edges that are flying off the board this quick, I mean, I guess you got to jump on them. You got to get your guy. You got to get the next guy in line. And not saying Jermaine Johnson's a slouch by any means, but I mean, he kind of had this slow year at Florida State, but everyone at Florida State had a slow year, and I think that's kind of what bogged him down. But when it came to the Senior Bowl, put on a good performance and had a good performance at the Combine. So
we'll talk about it later with him, but I did some like deep dive film work on him, more than just the Senior Bowl.
yeah,
And I would be very concerned with drafting this guy. Very concerned. He doesn't use his arms to his advantage whatsoever. He doesn't have any pass rusher moves. He doesn't really like know what he's doing. Like he just kind of, I'm gonna run as fast as I can into the tackle and push. And that's his pass rushing go. At least with like Hutchinson, he has like an idea of what's going on and moves. So I'm just curious. But we'll see.
yep. Moving on to
Falcons
8. Yeah.
8. Garrett Wilson, wide receiver out of Ohio State. You have a good wide receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
he's
sorry.
good. Yeah, I like Garrett Wilson a lot.
I would say that I'm starting to get surprised if the Falcons take the first wide receiver in the draft. I'm starting to think that Garrett Wilson or Drake London or both are going to be gone after the Falcons pick. That's just my opinion. I think one of the top 7 teams is going to swing for Garrett Wilson, because they know that Atlanta's going to be taking him. But that's just my opinion.
Trade ups too.
Or trade ups, yeah. But
A lot of people have a couple picks.
I like Garrett Wilson a lot here. They just need to get someone, so you get the best one. Good job.
Yeah, we talked about it in our wide receiver free agency video, Mikey and I.
Mm-hmm.
How we think that there's going to be a big run of wide receivers early because of how much they're demanding now on the market.
Yeah.
But Seattle Seahawks, Evan Neal, it's finally the guy that can protect Russell Wilson.
I don't know how he falls to 9, honestly. I feel like I don't know. I guess it makes sense with the process that went ahead, but I don't know.
I guess it's always possible.
Yeah.
Especially with this top part, like all the players are so tightly close in a group of being the same talent that you never know. 10th overall.
Drake London, wide receiver out of USC.
Bust.
Gosh.
Um,
I think this pick or this draft is wrong for the Jets on Kiper and McShay's on their end, because if you're reading anything into what the Jets have been saying for the last year, is that they want trench and trench and trench, and there's no way in as deep of a draft and then as prevalent of a draft for edges and tackles that they're walking away with a cornerback and a wide receiver. I just don't see that happening at all, especially with Drake London, which, I mean, yeah, he'd be good in their systems potentially, but taking Charles Cross here or someone else to help either Zach Wilson or help the defense is going to be way better than just taking one cornerback and one wide receiver. But that's just me.
Yeah, I see one trench, one skill for the top 10.
If not both trenches.
Potentially.
11th overall, the Commies. Cal Hamilton.
I don't see this fit.
I think he falls a lot, actually. Before we were kind of talking about him in the top 5, and
I'm not dropping him because of his speed issue, because I don't think that's a problem at all. But there's just a lot more valuable positions to take.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't hate it with what's available and what's happened. I mean, like he's saying, value is too strong to pass up, and they just let Landon Collins go as well. Moving on to 12.
Man, he gets his own video.
Yeah. Derek Stingley, cornerback, LSU. Oh, man. I think everyone has this one here. I prefer Trent McDuffie still to the Vikings. But, I mean, the only thing is Patrick Pete's there. I think that's just a cool storyline. But it's a risky player to, go and choose over Trent McDuffie, I mean. So, I don't know. I would prefer to have the guy that has been good for 3 years instead of 3 years ago.
Facts.
Granted, that 3 years ago was better than anybody in this draft, period. Tape-wise.
That was also 3 years ago.
Yeah, but back-to-back injury years, I can see why.
Oh, yeah. But those injuries are there.
Mm-hmm.
13
13th overall, Houston Texans.
Charles Cross, offensive tackle, Mississippi State. So if Davis Mills is going to be successful in the NFL, Houston has to get some protection for him. Cross might be the best pure pass protector in the entire class.
I mean, behind Evan Neal, but
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So he's
And maybe Trevor Penning.
Trevor Penning likes to hit people. He also likes to hold on to them forever.
True. I mean, I was not expecting this for the Texans. I always feel like they use the second pick to kind of reach. Like, I think a lot of people in mock drafts try to do that. But if they get Cross and Thibodeau, those are two very solid picks. You can't complain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it for him. Both trenches. Call it a day.
All right, moving on to 14.
Oh,
Trent
man.
McDuffie from Washington going to the Baltimore Ravens. Became a need this year with the amount of people that they had to let go and also the depth and injuries they had all last year. They need to get younger, especially with having Marlon Humphrey most likely ending up. I think his deal finally is starting to hit against them this year. So getting younger in the secondary is a dire need for him, and they struggled with it last year. I don't like the pick. Next.
So that means he likes it. So let's move on to 15 here. The Philadelphia Eagles, with their first pick, goes Jamison Williams, wide receiver, Alabama.
If this happens, Jalen Hurts will not be the quarterback the next year
Why do you think that?
because he already limits Devontae Smith in the passing game, whether that's him or the offense, because the offense just ran the ball ridiculously all the time. There's no way that he'll be able to sustain two wide receivers that have really good potential with the way that offense is running at the moment.
Yeah.
Now, is that because of Jalen Hurts or just the scheme? I don't know. But overall, for the team, that's a great pick.
So what they really
That's
would
just
do
my
here,
opinion.
if this was actually going to happen, it would be David Bell here,
Oh gosh,
because they can't draft a receiver to save their life.
David
I know,
Bell
there's-
shouldn't be anywhere earlier than round 4.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he's going right here, 15.
They're at home punching the couch right now because they weren't able to take Drake London and have him bust on their team instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Twin Towers, him and Ortega Whiteside.
Trevor Penning, wow, 16th.
Yeah, I think this is a good fit. They lost their tackle.
Just
I mean,
put
I think
one
they're
right in.
trading
good
up
fit.
higher than this for Trevor Penning, but
Yeah, good fit. Just kind of crazy that he's, almost breaking the top 15 now in mocks from where he was before.
yeah.
It's crazy. But
Good fit
moving
for
on.
him.
17, Jordan Davis, the freakiest athlete in this draft, period. And that's not like a debate. He literally is the freakiest athlete based on his position. I know Dylan's shaking his head because he likes Devontae Wyatt better. But, I mean, Jordan Davis has a bigger potential just because of how much of a freak he is. And
Maybe.
on that defensive line, he doesn't need to play all 3 downs. They need him to play 1 or 2, and then you just let Bosa and Mack go to work. So this could be a very good fit for him.
Yeah, I like the pick
I
for
just
him.
don't think that they need to spend their first round pick on a big space eating nose tackle. In my opinion. Whether it's him or Devontae Wyatt.
Luckily for the Chargers, is they've done a very good job, and they don't need to really go anywhere. No
Yeah.
position on their team is desperate right now.
I don't know. I
Maybe
feel
right
like
tackle.
if they got someone like a Logan Hall or a Travis Jones or even a Perrion Winfrey in the second round,
Agreed.
I would like that more. That's all I was shaking my head about.
Do you go wide receiver here then? Do you think they go wide receiver here in aspects of Keenan Allen is probably in his last year with the...
Depends on how
Chargers?
much you like Bernhard Ryman. I think getting another tackle for that offense would be a really good option. But maybe even a Zion Johnson. I just feel like that would impact the team more. But I mean, if you get Jordan Davis, it's good.
Moving on to 18 here.
Oh,
Daxton Hill. Wow.
I like Daxton Hill, but I don't know. That's rich for me.
What's crazy is I can see it happening.
Yeah, I mean, I can
like-
see it happening too, but I mean, if you're looking at this as what the Eagles should do, they need young people on the defensive line, and you can get a George Karlaftis, you can get freaking what's his face, like not Drake Jackson, because I don't think he should go this high, but you know what I mean. Like they could find players. Nakobe Dean's another good one. I mean, Daxton Hill's good.
I wouldn't be surprised if Daxton Hill breaks top 20 now.
Yeah.
He's good.
Next Thursday. The second pick for the Saints now, Chris Olave.
Chris
Olave. Chris Olave.
Gotta get
Ohio
their
State.
gotta get their Ohio State receiver.
Yep, like Mel. Yep, Mel took care of the left tackle position, and now they get a weapon. We'll see if Michael Thomas will even show up to football this year. I wonder if his, sprained little hurt ankle will keep him out for another 2 years. But Chris Olave would be a great addition to their team.
Yeah, he would.
I think Michael Thomas is trying to learn another route other than the slant, so it's just taking him a little bit longer than expected.
But if they do get him back, who's that really short guy on their team? The really quick wide receiver, like lightning
Deontay
fast.
Harris or something?
Yes, him, Olave, and Michael Thomas would make a very good core of wide receivers.
Well,
Yes, it would.
Marquez Callaway too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Harris.
He's just a deep threat, but
Yeah. Callaway, you have to respect it because you don't know if he's gonna blow by you on a streak every time. So.
and franchise tight end Taysom Hill.
Facts.
Franchise tight end, running back, quarterback, fullback, returner.
Gunner.
20th overall, Pittsburgh Steelers taking Kenny Pickett, best pick of this draft so far. Absolutely
Yeah.
love it. Please take the guy with 8-inch hands who shows no ability to play good football in college. Had his best ever year in the worst possible ACC conference ever. This guy doesn't have a high ceiling. This guy is what he is right now, is where he's going to be at in the NFL. I love this pick. Let's go.
Well, and he plays like Carson Wentz too. Like that's the
What?
thing
The
is I
Carson
get-
Wentz?
Yeah, I get PTSD watching his tape because he'll roll out, throw a ball like no reason to throw a 50-50 ball, throws it, gets bailed out by his wide receiver, and then he's celebrating like he just threw a dime. He just had
Please,
Jordan Addison on his team, that's all.
I think this is the best pick so far. I think this should happen.
I like it.
Let's move on. Let's move on to the 21st pick because this one was just too sweet. I don't want to ruin it anymore.
All right, 21st overall, the New England Patriots are going Nakobe Dean, linebacker out of Georgia.
I'd be surprised if they don't.
Yeah, it would be too. Traylon Burks. But
He's fallen to the second round for the Browns.
that works. But yeah, Nakobe Dean, this is kind of a no-brainer here. I like this pick. We need this pick, and he is a stud. Oops, didn't mean to grab that. He's a stud. I hope this happens. We need linebackers so bad, and him, Juwan Bentley, and Cameron McGrone, if that's who we're gonna roll with as our three guys or three main guys, I think that's a solid little core there, and it only gets better from there. I like this pick. Heck yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows my opinion on Nakobe Dean. He's a beast.
Yeah.
22nd. That the Packers. Christian Watson. Wow. First round, huh?
Dude, I get so tired of seeing Christian Watson in the first round.
Why?
there's so many excuses that they make for him. It sounds like it's like a Trayvon Walker situation, where it's like, yeah, he hasn't produced, but if you put him in the right situation, he can. But I think Christian Watson's good. He's very good at going down the field and catching the ball.
But even then, not so much. He has a problem with drops.
Yeah. And so I mean, yeah, it's just people love a 6'4" wide receiver that can run 4.3.
I mean, that's a
And-
freak.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like he's built. Like he's pretty light, and I mean, played in a super weak conference. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is dumb. I'd rather them take George Pickens off an injury.
Or Traylon Burks.
The Browns are like looking at Christian Watson for their 44th pick. That's where I had the problems. Like he should be in the second round, not in the first. And there's multiple receivers that haven't been taken yet that are better than he is.
Alec Pierce is better than him. If you want someone that's just big and fast, Alec Pierce is better than Christian Watson.
Okay. Let's go to the 23rd.
Traylon Burks. That's just a waste. It's just a waste.
But hey, why not? Another wide receiver for the Cardinals, right? Like you just keep drafting him in the first round for him.
Yeah, no. Who cares about your offensive line? That we don't need to fix that.
Oh, Kyler can run around forever. But in fairness, they did create a problem with Christian Kirk leaving. AJ Green is not
Yeah, but don't they have Rondale Moore?
viable option.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Rondale Moore was an
DeAndre
off
Hopkins.
pick. The dude's a gadget. He's not actually a wide receiver for him. That's the problem.
I mean, I love Traylon Burks too, but he's no route runner.
He doesn't need to be a route runner. He's a freak, and they have DeAndre Hopkins. Really, what it is you saw how awful Kyler Murray looked as soon as DeAndre Hopkins got hurt. Like it was instantly like below average. So if you can just surround him with more wide receiver weapons, maybe you don't have that problem.
I mean, he looked a lot better with Zach Ertz. Like, take a little George Pickens or something like that. I'm surprised that he hasn't gone yet.
But we said the same thing when the Bengals took Jamar Chase. Like, do they really need more weapons? And it really worked out without the offensive line. Maybe it's the same situation, but not
Traylon
really.
Burks is not Jamar Chase.
Nope. But DeAndre Hopkins is better than Jamar Chase. They already have that guy.
Yeah.
24th, Cowgirls taken.
Cowboys. Ooh, Arnold Ebiketie.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I think Ebiketie. He was the one that transferred into Penn State, right? He's
Correct.
buddies with Odafe
Owe.
Oh,
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this one. I mean, you get a very, toolsy kind of guy. Pair him up on the defensive line, like, can't go wrong with that. And Gage is now a Discord icon.
Yeah.
Bye, Gage.
I'm standing up and fixing. I figured nobody wants to stand me up, watch me stand up and adjust my shorts.
Can't trust you with that anymore.
I don't know what you're referring to. 25th overall, the Buffalo Bills are going to take who?
Andrew Booth. Andrew Booth. Oh!
He already looked.
No, I did it.
Man, the guy that's going to be locking down every Pat's Walmart wide receiver.
Just Devontae Parker. The other guys can lock down the other ones.
Vontae Parker is just locked down by existing. He's so slow.
All right.
You could put Christian Barmore on Devontae Parker and he'd be covered.
All right, Michael Pittman.
Exactly right. Okay. This is
Jesus.
like
All right.
3-year-old. Andrew Booth's a good corner, best one I think left in the draft, and the Buffalo Bills desperately need them. So I think it's a good pick, a good fit. and it kind of fell into place for him.
Yeah.
26, I believe, is what, Green Bay?
Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee. Zion Johnson.
Guard center.
They
Weird.
always put that. Dude took one snap at center in middle school, so basically he's the center.
Yeah.
He's interior.
Well, I say that, and Quentin Nelson has been listed as a guard center for the Colts, and has not even sniffed the center position, but it's just so he can wear 56.
That actually makes sense, and it's dumb that you have to do that to her number, but
yeah. But no, Zion Johnson's legit.
Yeah.
it's a good run blocker, and that's what the Tennessee Titans need.
Yep. They lost one. Might as well bring another one in.
Yeah.
27.
The Bucks.
The Buccaneers.
Devontae
Devontae
Wyatt. I knew
Wyatt.
it.
The rich get richer.
This ain't a free market, boys.
Oh, him and Vita Vea, jeez.
Could you
Yeah. 2 first
imagine
round
him and
defensive
Vita Vea?
tackles. That's weird.
Him and Vita Vea together. But like he's saying, I would take Kenyon Green over
Yeah.
Devontae Wyatt. But moving on to 28, Green Bay Packers. George Karlaftis. I like it. I like it. They did lose Zadarius Smith.
Mm-hmm.
They have Campbell now. They don't need Karlaftis to start, which means you've got a third edge rusher, which is really good. I like it. 29th?
He's also super young. He's like 21 or 22.
Correct. I hate this.
John Dotson. I mean, at least it's not Christian Watson.
No, I hate that this is a good pick for him. Jahan Dotson, you watch him play, reminds me of Antonio Brown coming out of college. Which just means if you put him in Andy Reid's system with Patrick Mahomes, he's more than likely going to be able to hit that potential.
Very quickly.
I mean, one thing I'm wondering, and I could totally be wrong on this, is what's the likelihood that the Chiefs just don't draft a wide receiver in the first round? Because
Not likely.
Well, so they have their best wide receivers, their tight end, Travis Kelce. Then you got Juju Smith-Schuster and Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Like, I know those aren't like your world beaters, but I mean, I
Juju
feel like
and Scantling, I believe, are only 1-year deals though,
true.
and they've already like when that happened, I guess they were talking about trading up with the 2 picks to get a higher pick to pick their guy.
I can
So
see that. I know that they need a lot of help on defense, so
Well, they got
depending
it.
on how the boards fall, I would say they should go defense. But
if they don't take it with one of their second-round picks, I would be shocked. If they don't take it first 2-round picks, they will with their second-round pick.
yeah,
David Jaba is a good pick. He would have been a lot higher. Unfortunately, he has the saddest story of the draft, tore his Achilles during the pro day. Really sucks for him. But like the Chiefs, when you you can wait on them. Like the Chiefs, when you make it to the playoffs every single year and you're making it to the AFC Championship, literally since Patrick Mahomes has started for you guys, you have that ability. You don't need impact right now. You can have a guy that does it later. Yeah, you keep highlighting it, and then I'm like, oh, hey, that's exactly what I'm going with. It's 31, the Packers.
Bengals. The Bengals.
Has the Packers had 2 picks?
Yeah, they already 22 and 28.
yeah, Karlaftis and Christian Watson.
Karlaftis. Gosh. I'm like sitting there thinking, like, when are they going to get their second pick? I'm more
Wake up. Oh, Devin Lloyd.
Wow.
don't like it.
I mean, I'm surprised Devin Lloyd's this far down, but
Couldn't have him fall in the
DeAndre's
top
still
30,
there.
so had to force my hand and just make the pick anyways. Bro, if that's how the board's falling, that's how the board's falling. Sucks to suck. You picked it yourself.
I mean, the thing is they have Logan Wilson at linebacker, and then
Yeah.
Devin Lloyd. He doesn't
I
have
mean-
to be your middle linebacker because that's what Logan
Logan
Wilson
Wilson
is.
is,
So he'll be
yeah.
your Sam, right? Or
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, he could be very good, but Doesn't seem like that's a need pick.
No,
so,
it's not.
I mean, that's a BPA, and who knows kind of deal.
Can't go wrong with BPA ever. So
Yeah.
the last pick this first round, Detroit Lions taking Desmond Ritter.
I like that
Um,
pick.
Yeah.
How about this one, Tad?
I think between him and Malik Willis, they should be the only quarterbacks taken in the first round. And Desmond is even a meh. He really should be in the second.
Yeah, Desmond Ritter. I mean, he's got what you like with like the size. He's got the straight line speed, and I mean, he has an arm. Like, it's not like he's terrible, but I feel like he would have to rely heavily on like what the coach does for him, rather than planning the offense around him kind of deal.
Yeah.
Or
Question.
like Ryan Tannehill, but
If Aiden Hutchinson is taken first by the Jags, you got the Detroit Lions picking second. Would you package the second pick and the 32nd pick to say, like, maybe the Saints for both of their picks in the middle of the draft, or the Eagles with both of their picks in the middle of the draft?
what?
I don't think I'd move.
Yeah,
Would
Aiden
you trade the
right,
number
would
2
take the
down?
second. Would you trade package number 2 and the 32nd pick for, I think, like the Eagles 15th and 16th, or the Saints, what is it, like 16th and 19th pick?
I'd rather keep the 2 and 32.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was just curious about.
I think I would trade down with the Jets, where they would give me 4 and 10, and just trade down number 2, and
Okay.
maybe give up some on my end. But
Oh, jeez.
But if you guys made it to the end of this video, we appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't clicked the like button or the subscribe button yet, what are you doing? You've been here that long. Just click it. And make sure you stay tuned, because we'll bring you guys some more NFL content. You guys have a good day.
Peace out.